Alright, got that saved. Salutations, felicitations, jubilations. Welcome to another episode of JCServant Plays Dragon Quest XI. This is part 23, and the beat keeps marching on. So last sesh, we basically found the twins, except one of them was no longer alive, and Veronica has kind of gone away, and now we got Serena, and Serena basically now has Veronica's powers on top of her own, which is interesting. So it was interesting. We talked a lot about that whole scene last session, and what was thought about it after the video on demand. We talked a lot about it. You can be part of these conversations as I'm playing through the game. Come on to Twitch. I do spend a lot of time. You hear me talk about some of this in the game. I spend a lot more time after those videos on demand talking about that. And you can be a part of those conversations by joining us on twitch.tv/rpgamer. And go ahead and follow us there, and you'll get notified when I'm streaming games. And you can be part of the conversation. You can also go to our RPG XP channel that we have in our Discord server at RPGamer by going to rpgamer.com/discord. Of course, if you want to, just hit me up directly, and you got a question or something. I had somebody ask me this morning, "Hey Phil, when do you normally stream?" You can do that on Twitter by hitting me up at JCServant. And no one uses email anymore. It's not a thing. But if you ever want to, I'm JCServant316@gmail.com. All right. No, does a coal seam burn for years if not that? But it wouldn't keep glowing. I don't think it would just keep glowing. It could seethe underneath the surface. Yeah, but I don't think it would still be pulsating. And even if somehow, those things are magical, so let's say it's just magic. Magic explains everything. I'm not sure that explains why, there's patches of forest still on fire. I mean, unless the whole forest is on fire, which a forest fire can go on for days, but it just seems like these little smoldering, it's just little things. It's weird. We were talking about, speaking of discussions, right before I started the recording, we were talking about the fires. We didn't start the fire, but, it's been there since the world's been turning, so who knows? So anyways, let's jump back into the game. We need to head to the top of the mountain I believe, on the top of the Grove of Repose here, with new badass Serena, because she's cut her hair short, and that means she's serious now, right? She's done the Mulan thing. She's done the princess, I forget her name, in Final Fantasy IX thing. She's gone ahead. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. So, we have to go talk to Father Bennett Doohickey. Look, there's another smoldering one. Don't touch it, it's hot. Yeah, Dagger. But her name wasn't originally Dagger, was it, Tam? Wasn't it changed later to Dagger when she became part of the group? The cat was on the keyboard. How many of y'all, raise your hand, how many of y'all have dealt with cat on the keyboard? Oh yeah, it's a thing. We gotta take the scenic route, where the big pink dot is on the map, Bill. So I had all of 2 to 3 hours of sleep last night, but when you get to my tender old age, you tend to wake up at the same time regardless of how much sleep you did or didn't get. So here we are. You're getting running on fumes Phil stream this morning, but, Dragon Quest XI is not going to beat itself. The world is not going to save itself. So here we are. Cat vomit will do it. I have to say, Luminary runs fast wearing a full plate mail set. I think he's got some mad quadceps. We'll be right back in just a second. I need to kill something. Okay, it's dead. Alright, visit another echo chamber.
Ah, there you are. So glad you could finally join us.
Yay.
Yggdrasil blessed me with another vision in the night. I saw Veronica standing upon this very ledge. It is known as Luminary's Landing. When Edwin descended from the heavens after facing the Dark One, this is where he alighted. And this is the Calamus Flute. In my dream, Veronica played upon it. It once belonged to the great sage Serenica. She left it in Arborea on her final visit, the day after the Dark One finally fell. I gave it to Veronica as a memento of her heroic ancestor. And yet, when I awoke this morning, there it was, upon my pillow.
Miracles!
It is a sign. The flute will reveal the path you must tread. Serena, my child, if you would be so kind.
Of course.
Yeah, I can play flute, guys. I can totally play flute. I got it right over here. If y'all want to hear flute, I can play flute. And by play, I mean like Mary Had a Little
I
Lamb.
must be doing it wrong. But if Veronica was playing it in Father Benedictus's vision, it must be the key. Can you try, perhaps?
Why? How did she make that jump of logic? It was Veronica the Vision, so it must be the Luminary.
Look, it's glowing.
I don't know. Magic explains everything. It's oh, well, I did not see that coming.
What the?
A fishing rod? I fear it is I who am seeing visions.
You got a bite! Oh, go on, darling! Reel it in!
Okay. Wow. Imagine if that's how you picked up Bismarck, you know, in Final Fantasy. Just go fishing for your sky whale.
Flying fish? No, that's a whale.
Tam is working hard on his level 90 paladin, I see.
So it was as I suspected. It was upon her back that you rode in my dream. The sacred conveyance of the Luminary, Cetacea. It seems that she heeds the call of the flute. You must play it whenever you require her aid.
I'm not really sure, old man, that I want to go fishing wherever I'm at to get a whale to show up.
Go, Luminary, and seek out the floating island. It is the World Tree's will.
How does the World Tree have a will? It
Whatever
crashed to the ground
awaits you
dead.
there will surely aid you in the fight against the Lord of Shadows. Do not let Veronica's sacrifice be in vain. Now, play.
Yankee Doodle? Where's the flute music? You could have at least put some flute music in there. No flute music. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Whale Airlines. We'd ask that you keep your seatbelts securely fastened during the entire trip. Unfortunately, we do not have seatbelts. Remember, in the case of emergency water whale landing, your friends and family members may be used as flotation devices. There's a gigantic ball of energy over there. But it looks like it's supposed to go over here instead. Whoa, power up whale, whoa. Oh, okay, that's getting a bit too much. All right, land here. Yes, land here. Yes, please do.
So there really is an island in the sky, just as Father Benedictus said. I wonder if he was right about there being something helpful here too.
I reckon there's one way to find out. We could just march those big old
Is that a temple of
steps.
some sort? Well, there must be some reason we were brought here. Shall we go and find out what it is?
Question marks. Let's give this place a once-over. At least it's nice and brightful and cheerfully green here. Yep, gotta do a lap. This is like the lap. Get up early in the morning, run all around, grab your colorful cocoons.
We can see you, you know. Come out from behind there. Huh? What?
Ah, it's you!
Oh my gosh, that voice.
I'm of the Watcher.
Oh
The
no.
Watchers. And
Of course. Ground dwellers not know. Not know of us. We watch over Erdrea. Watch for as long as Erdrea exists.
Oh, that voice. Oh, it's like nails across the chalkboard. You know, I was thinking, this reminds me of like the Marvel's Watchers. Now, I've not seen the movies, but in the comics you had those big-headed guys that watched over everything. And I never imagined that they would have voices like that.
well, what do you know? And what are you doing skulking behind a pillar, Mr. Watcher?
This is home. But attack came. Lord of Shadows.
All crash, only
That's
this island
awful.
remains.
Morrigan got to you guys too, huh? Sounds like you've been through a lot. Sorry if I was out of line just now. How come you survived anyway? And why did this place get left alone?
Guiding light burns within. Has burned since time began. Was in Temple of Dawn. Here. Was cleaning. Attack came.
This guiding light of yours sounds pretty special.
Oh, we're here looking for a special something to help us defeat the Lord of Shadows. Do you think the guiding light might be it?
Because we'd like to take it, even though it's protecting you. We'd like to take your protection with us. And then you could fend for yourself, right?
Not no. Wish
It's not
to
a
help,
weapon.
but I'm only trying.
Oh.
Guess we'll just have to take a look for ourselves then, huh?
Yes. But what are we going to do about our poor little friend
Oh, he's
here?
not joining the party. That's for damn sure.
Not worry. I'm fine. You beat Lord of Shadows. Then dead ones get new life. My brothers. Please, Luminary.
Succeed.
Wait.
He's a watcher. He knows everything. It's part of the deal. It's baked into the cake, my friend. I don't want to talk to him anymore if I can help it. I can't do that voice. I really, really can't. Okay, we got an interesting altar here. We got big glowing thing. We also have little statues. Are these plants? The plants of heroic deeds past, present, and future, maybe? Nothing happens when you touch it. I feel that's what a hero does. He walks into every room, every holy area, and just starts touching everything to see what will happen. That's what a real hero does.
Oh, it's beautiful. And so holy. I feel purer just looking at it.
I think it just looks really hot.
Wait, the mark.
Everybody notices the Luminary's mark before he does. And breathe, inhale him, and talk through a fan. Exactly. I couldn't do that voice.
Whoa! Did all that light just get squished down into that little thing?
Oh, look. I sense something very special in them. I know this feeling. Yggdrasil, I think you should take a closer look, don't you? I've a feeling they have something rather important to show us.
But I just tried that. And okay, fine. I'll do what you tell me to do, Serena, because you got the mean haircut going on, and I feel like you're channeling Veronica's meanness, and I don't want to find out what that looks like directly.
You all saw that too, right?
Savannah's like, I'm gonna now share what I saw through interpretive dance.
Yes, that man. The mark on his hand. Oh, you don't think...
Aye, I do. And I've a feeling you've the same instinct, laddie, eh? That was Edwin, the Luminary of legend.
Oh, okay, because I thought it was any number of people who walk around with the symbol of the Luminary in their hand.
I never thought I'd see him with my own eyes.
So those were the original heroes? The ones who defeated the Dark One way back when? The more we know about them, the more chance we have of finding out how they beat him, right?
Ah, you're not wrong. Let's see what those other seedlings have to show us, shall we?
Alright, let's turn on television channel number 2! We need to get that new high-definition color
Did you
television.
see the size of that hammer? Was it just me, or did it seem special somehow?
It was no weapon, that much is certain. A forging hammer, if I am not mistaken. But what were they forging?
The future.
I wonder. Well, I think we all know where they were at least, don't we?
Let's see if the last seedling makes things any clearer.
Hopefully this is the high-definition seedling. 4K resolution. I like how the wizard has a huge mustache. That's my takeaway from this. They need to clear up the reception on the ceiling. There's a lot of interference.
I know that view. I'm sure of it.
So if I understand what we saw correctly, they found some ore and a hammer, then went up a mountain and forged a sword. Wait, of course. The Sword of Light.
I was going to guess the Sword of Darkness, but sure, Jade, that could work.
Indeed. They would not have gone into battle with the Dark One unarmed.
Yes, that's the power we need. That's how we'll drive the darkness from the world.
No, the more you guys talk about this, the more the Sword of Light idea is starting to click with me. I mean, I was thinking Sword of Darkness, because, you know, darkness is powerful and everything, but this could work.
But Mordigan took it, right? Unless... Are these visions trying to say we need to...
As the light bulb slowly turns on in Eric's head.
Yeah, that must be it. We need to make our own Sword of Light, just like the old heroes did. All right, we've got ourselves a plan. Not much of a plan, but we'll just have to fill in the gaps as we go. Let's start by paying a visit to the places we saw in those visions. I'm betting we'll find some more clues there.
Aye. It looked like they found that ore on another one of these floating islands. I reckon we'll need to have a word with our wee pal about that.
Let's go talk with the wee
And that
pal.
was Gallopolis in the vision where they had the hammer, right? Maybe the Sultan knows something.
Oh, and I remember now. That mountain. It's the volcano near Hotto, isn't it? How could I forget?
Am I the only one that every time they say Hato, I just want to go, Pokemon Johto? I don't know, I keep seeing Johto there instead. The crafting
Sounds
here
like
is
we're going on a
fun.
wee world tour then. Hotto, Gallopolis, and wherever that other island happens to be.
There's not that many floating
It
islands.
seems we're setting off on another adventure, Veronica. You'll be with us in spirit. I know it.
All right, let's go to work.
Pokemon Johto. No, I will say, I have never been a big fan. I would say in RPGs in general, crafting systems for me are more often than not a miss. I don't want to do them. They're not fun. They're just not. I don't like gathering a bunch of stuff that's super hard to find. I like crafting okay enough in Monster Hunter because, generally speaking, the stuff isn't that hard to find, and then you just click a button and it's made, and there's no minigame attached to it. You just combine the stuff, and it's lying all over the place, and you can send out your palicos to get a bunch of stuff, so I don't have to gather everything myself. But I will say, with this game, it is more of a pleasure because, number one, the crafting minigame is kind of fun. It's a risk versus reward type of thing. I like it's got a bit of gambling element to it, which is fun. And you've got re-rolls in the form of the Perfectionist Pearls if you mess up, aside from save scumming, but you got pearls. And then the other thing I really love is if you're missing some of the materials, it just lets you buy them there on the spot. I'm assuming the condition is if you found at least one in your lifetime. I don't know that for a fact. Oh god, here we go with the voice again.
You find?
Yeah. We're not talking to you, Pumpkin. Phil explains everything.
Remember a light helped.
Yeah,
You
Sword
have
to beat
seen
darkness. You've seen their
Floating
quest. Floating
Island.
Island is battleground.
Battleground? Why would anyone go looking for ore on a battleground?
9 was there.
Great ores fought for the
Battle
ores.
occurred.
People fought over the
Tale
ore.
of centuries ago.
Well, it can't hurt to go and have a look now, can it? Come on, you lot.
Good luck, little guy. Bye! We took away your protection.
If you forget purpose, good luck.
Yeah, no, we're not coming back here if we can possibly help it. We are not coming back here. No. No, I can warp to Hodo and... Okay, that's good to know. No. Majin Buu. Yeah. But no, Peter, I actually do like the crafting in this game. It's one of the few games that I really enjoy the crafting, and part of it is they make it so easy and pretty fun. Yeah, but you may still not like it, but it is at least inoffensive, even if you don't like crafting. Primarily because they just let you buy whatever ingredients you're missing. Now, you can't ignore it mostly. There's no reason why you couldn't just buy everything from the store if you don't mind grinding up the zinni instead. But I think you will be slightly more powerful if you use and abuse the crafting system. I mean, even if you buy from the store, the crafting system can be used to enhance it. So that's good to know. And I can show it to you. It's if you'd like. Let me just double check right now. Actually, see now that I have Wizard Lady in the party, Serena. I should check to see if I can craft anything for her. So it's actually good timing to bring this up. And for video on demand, I usually suspend the video during crafting parts, so you guys don't have to watch me craft things for minutes at a time. We are back. Hey, Chaos. We're back with more Dragon Quest XI as the epic adventure to save the world continues. And I believe I'm supposed to go to Gridamandor. Was it Gallopolis? I think it was Gallopolis. I'll know it if I see it. Boy, they gotta keep that music really banging on the drums even while you're in a loading screen.
So the rumors were true. Edwin's lantern descends towards Gallopolis.
It's very red. It's Meteor!
And they say it began when Yggdrasil fell and darkness covered the land. But why? What is happening to our world?
Edwin's lantern, eh? Back in Dundrasil, we had a legend that after Edwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity. That was one of Eleanor's favorite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story.
He's shaking his butt at us?
But now I'm not so sure. I mean, if the Lord of Shadow's rise caused Edwin's lantern to descend... Are you even listening, laddie? Oh, charming. Well, I can share my musings with you again if you'd like.
Yeah, exactly, Chaos. Because I didn't stick with the adventure last time.
We had a legend that after Edwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so that he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity. It was one of your mother's favourite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story. But now I'm not so sure. It does seem that the Lord of Shadow's rise has caused Edwin's lantern to descend after all. Well, I suppose this is no time to be standing around pontificating. The lantern's on course to crash straight into this fair kingdom. We'd best go and see what the Sultan thinks of all this, eh?
We've got to go and check it out, but remember, I cannot give her any more power, Captain. So we need to go talk to the Sultan. And if he makes us race horses to get the information from him, I'm not going to be too happy. Running up the steps. I prefer it when games have different animations for running up steps.
My boy, please!
Running forward.
Your reckless heroics will get you killed.
Fear not, Father. I will take all necessary precautions. By the time I return, the mystery of the star will be solved and Gallopolis will be saved.
I like how he just ignores the friends that saved him earlier, that he just walks right by. He doesn't even say hello.
Ah, it is you. Thank you once again for all you did for my son. What in the name of the... Surely this cannot be.
Good tie into the past.
It's been a while, eh, Your Majesty? Years, in fact. I haven't seen you since the Colloquy of Kings. And the disaster that followed.
Lord Robert, please, you must listen. What we were told about the Luminary was false. He is not the spawn of the darkness after all. Alas, we were all deceived by King Carnelian. We allowed the world to be destroyed. We brought this disaster upon ourselves.
Oh, come on, Your Majesty. We can hardly be blamed.
We just
This
caused
is
the destruction of the
Mordegon's
world.
doing. He's the one who possessed King Carnelian and caused all this chaos. This is down to him and no one else.
Lord Robert.
Now, listen. We need to talk about that star. If Edwin's lantern falls much further, Gallopolis is done for. What do you know about it?
Sadly, very little. I have tasked my finest scholars with investigating its origins, but they have discovered nothing. There is one thing that may be of interest. My son Faris claims to have been able to make out runes on the surface of the barrier that surrounds the star.
Runes, eh? This is the first I've heard of a barrier surrounding the lantern, let alone anything being written on it. Was your lad sure of this?
He certainly appeared to be. In fact, he has taken one of our most learned scholars to the Celestial Sands in order to investigate the runes more closely. It is there that we believe the star will make its landing.
I see. Reckon we'd better go and take a good look at these runes ourselves, eh? Shall we head out after the prince?
It would put my mind at ease if you would, Lord Robert. I cannot help but worry about him being abroad in such dangerous circumstances. You have my thanks. I will instruct the guards to permit you passage through the checkpoint. Journey safely.
Oh, so there was guards at the checkpoint to keep you from getting too far in the story before, you know, they were ready for you. Bard doing way over here? He's just off there all by himself. Silly Bard. Peter, did you go to make some sunny side up eggs? Is that what you went off to do? Did you have some good eggs? Were they delicious? Delicimenoso. There you go. Well, hopefully your crafting skills with the eggs were spot on. Hopefully you rolled good on your RNG there. Alright, the Celestial Sands it is. Let's see here. Okay. Bum bum bada bada bum bada 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 bum bum bum. Ba-dum. Peter, oh, by the way, a couple of things, Peter. Number one, I think as we talked before, I still plan on going back, of course, to Final Fantasy XIV soonish. But funny story was Shirley was like, I was thinking about going back into 14, but I don't know. And we kind of went back and forth. I told her, what was there and everything else. And she said, one of the things that she was excited about when I explained to her is the fact that the dungeons now have NPCs that run you through it. The story required dungeons anyways in A Realm Reborn, and they're coming soon to Heaven's Sword. And that made her pretty excited. So, because we really don't like the multiplayer part of the massively multiplayer online games. See, here at Dragon Quest, I don't have to wait for other people. I don't have to queue. I don't have to hope they're not jerks. It works out really well. Roll to see if you're breathing properly. But anyways, but Shirley doesn't mind playing with friends. She certainly wouldn't mind playing with the two of us. So there might be some hope there that we have another buddy to join us. But I will be starting Stormblood at some point here after July. Relatively soon. Maybe right away. I already have the Stormblood trailer loaded up and everything.
No. You agreed to do this. Come. We must move closer. We cannot hope to read the runes from here.
But, Your Highness, I am sorry. It is too dangerous. I'm afraid I must refuse.
Do you have a means of deciphering the symbols without entering the Celestial Sands?
Well, no, but...
Oh, Principoo! Hello, darling. Long time no see.
Servando! What an unexpected pleasure.
Yeah.
The Sultan said you were out here in the scary sands trying to read runes of a falling star. Huh. Guess you grew up to be quite the brave boy,
I am simply doing my duty to my people. But what about you? What brings you to the sands?
The same thing as you, Your Highness. We have come to investigate Edwin's lantern.
Sir Hendrik? The Sir Hendrik? Ah, the hero of Heliodor, here in my kingdom!
You know who I am, Your Highness?
But of course! You are my hero! You are every aspiring knight's hero! To serve under your command is my life's ambition!
Nice tie-in. Yeah,
I am honored, Your Highness.
Yeah.
The courage you have shown in venturing out here suggests that you would make a fine knight, wherever or whomever you serve.
Truly, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Oh, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Sorry to butt in, Your Highness, but might I ask how your investigations are going? You were looking a wee bit frustrated back there when we arrived.
Indeed I was, old man. That fool of a scholar is too frightened to accompany me any further into the sands. I am not one for learning. The symbols will mean nothing to me, which leaves me in quite a predicament.
Well, I think I might be able to help out there, if you'll allow me.
You are some manner of wizened ancient? Excellent! I would be very much obliged. The runes can be best seen from the ruins in the center of the sands. Meet me there.
I think it just runs off alone, so, you know, traveling in a group, same destination might not be the bad idea. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me. Pardon-moi. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Berserk, how's it going, man? Hopefully everything's going good for you. Playing Dragon Quest. We're only 60 hours in now, boys and girls. Woo! Oh, I ran into some Drac mages. Oh no, Mr. Bill! Oh,
All is well that ends well.
Hendrik took care of the Drac mages. Focus on it. Yeah, you really want to focus on it. Yeah, don't put it off, man. You know, it's a really good game. It's one of the best. And that was like, I think one of the questions I asked myself in picking my JRPG July game was, what's one of the highest rated JRPGs that I simply, you know, have not gotten to? I'm going the wrong way. That I simply have not gotten to, because I mean, for all I know, Rock can fall on my head tomorrow. And then I'm sure I will regret the fact that I had not played some of these games. Instead, I play other games that are probably not as great all the time. So yeah, so I want to focus on some of the best, and that's why I picked this one. Rise is going really good. Last night, you can check out the stream, it's still posted. But last night we did a lot of late night hunting and fought some classic monsters from older Dragon Quest or Monster Hunter games. It's really fun seeing them in Rise. And yeah, we had some really, really good hunts. I don't think he's supposed to be laying on the sand like that, for the record.
Taking a nap, Principal? And there was me thinking you'd come to investigate the lantern.
Oh, truly, it is even more magnificent when one lies directly beneath it. How many can say that they have seen such glories up close?
That's one of the little walking things again.
You're a special one, darling. Don't go changing, What are these ruins, anyway? And how come they're out here all on their own in the middle of the desert?
Huh? Oh, they have been here forever, since the age of our grandfathers' grandfathers, or some such nonsense.
Yeah.
They were built for something very important. I just know it. Ooh! Maybe some kind of stage! What a place to perform, can you...
You weren't wrong about the runes, Your Highness. I can definitely see some on the side of the lantern. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
Interesting. Yeah, try not to miss out on the highly rated game. Prioritize over the more the mediocre stuff. Yeah, life's too short. Life's too short. So I've had, I think, a bad habit of meandering on a lot of games that are good, but they're not great. And thinking, you know what, let me do those first before I get to the great ones, because, you know, otherwise I won't want to go back to something that's less quality. But I've gotten, you know, as you get older, you realize, oh my gosh, time just flies. And I've got a lot of really great games, like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, you know, games on my backlog I never really got to. I should do something about that and really knock some of those out. And if I don't like a game, I quit it halfway through. I don't care if it's a 10 out of 10, but at least give it a shot and see if it's what everything, you know, people said it was.
You can see me? This means you must be.
You must be the Luminary.
Are you okay, honey? You were talking to yourself, and we all know what that means.
You're not crazy unless you answer your own questions.
Things past, return to me!
Oh my gosh, he's an evil little creature.
Huh? What's happening?
The lantern!
Oh, it's falling! It's falling! It's falling! We're gonna be squished!
That's not good.
Lord Robert, it is not safe here. We must fall back.
Oh, give me a minute, will ye? I think I can make out what the runes are saying.
Could stop the little guy from casting Meteor.
Moss.
Please, Lord Robert, it is too dangerous.
What is this? What is happening?
Now none shall challenge me. This world is mine, and mine alone.
Nah.
Was that the Sword of Shadows?
The lantern. It has disappeared. The star was named for Edwin, but can such an ominous phenomenon truly be the work of heroes? Was the foul creature wielding the sword not...
That was no foul creature, Sir Hendrik. That was the savior of Gallopolis. He spared us all from the falling star. The kingdom is saved. My people will surely thank me when I bring them the good tidings. I must return to the city and spread the news. Come and find me at the palace if you need me. Yes!
Calamus. What could that mean?
Why don't we go ask the Sultan? It's his kingdom, maybe he knows something.
Aye.
Interesting. Mysteries. We have we have mysteries wrapped in enigmas. Get down off of there, Busenheimer. Get down, bad kitty. Wait a minute. Why don't I just zoom back to town? Boo boo. If you want me to, I'll do another hunt of Monster Hunter here shortly. Yeah, it's interesting, right? The big bad stopped the big, huge, thing falling out of the sky. Presumably because it's his world to rule and he doesn't want something else destroying it. Which is cool. I like that idea. Gives in a lot of these games, the bad guy just wants to destroy everything it happens a lot in Final Fantasy. Oh, I'm just here to destroy the world meteor! Sephiroth just never made any sense to me. But really, most evil people you think would just want to, rule the world. And they're going to want to at least protect their kingdoms from being destroyed by something else, Phil, my dear friend, I was just telling my father all that's come to pass out there on the sands. You should tell him what you saw, too. He'll be eager to hear.
It is a relief to see you safe, my friends. When the star shattered, I could not help but fear the worst. Faris has explained all that came to pass out upon the sands. It seems a savior appeared and destroyed the lantern before it could lay waste to my kingdom.
Aye. Though, I wouldn't go calling him your savior just yet. Anyway, never mind that now. There's something I want to ask you, your majesty. The runes on the barrier around the star, they spelled out a word. Calamus. Does that mean anything to you?
Calamus? Sadly, it does not.
Well, if it was written on the side of a star, you can bet it means something. Something important. Yeah, but we can't go letting it distract us too much. Mordigan's not going to defeat himself. We've work to be getting on with.
Lord Robert, your quest to defeat the Lord of Shadows is a noble one. The people of Gallopolis will be praying for your success.
Yes,
Yeah.
and if there is ever anything you require, you need only ask. After all, I still owe you a favor.
Oh, I clean forgot. We need to ask the Sultan about that hammer that used to belong to Edwin.
So ask. It's right there.
Is there something I can help you with, Lord Robert?
As a matter of fact, there is. I need to pick your brains about a giant hammer that's supposed to be kept here in Gallopolis. We're going to need it to defeat Mordigan, and apparently you lot have had it since the Age of Heroes.
A giant hammer, you say? Ah, yes. You mean the forging hammer? It has been in the royal family for generations. Faris, fetch the forging hammer from the treasure room.
Aye, this is it. This is Edwin's hammer, the one we saw in the vision.
Father, do you truly intend to give the hammer away?
Oh no.
We had intended to sell it in order to fund this year's Sun Nation.
Oh no.
Silence! Insolent boy. The forging hammer is one of Gallopolis' greatest treasures.
That's too
It
funny.
has been handed down through the generations since time immemorial. But if we must relinquish it, then so be it. You are the only ones who can defeat the Lord of Shadows. If you need it, it is yours.
My nurse once told me that the power of the spirit of the land resides within the forging hammer. It is said that it can beat even the hardest of metals into shape. At least, I think that is how the story goes. Well, I hope it helps you on your quest. Best of luck, dear friends.
He's way too happy. I believe in you, Phil, and that you will defeat the Lord of Shadows. Can't help but feeling that that whole worship of whoever destroyed it, even though the Lord of Shadows is going to come back to bite these people at the end of the day. I feel like that's going to bite them. Oh, that was a quick little adventure. Wasn't even any real fighting in that one. Not even like a dragon popping up at the last minute to kick us in the crotch or anything. Was Zerk still with me? Let's go ahead and deposit. I'm like storing up all this gold because I don't really buy a lot because I make all of my own weapons. He forge better weapons or whatnot. I don't think so, but we could check. Because I haven't got any recipes. It's really based on the recipes, but it would be funny if we went to the forging thingy. Well, it's supposed to be used in the story to forge the sword of Uruk, right? So, or the sword of light. So I don't think it actually plays directly into the crafting system. It'd be kind of nice if it did. They should like give you a little something, but it doesn't really look like it's coming into play here. Yeah, it's a MacGuffin. At the end of the day, it's a MacGuffin. That's all. It's not a role-playing game device to enhance your abilities or anything like that. It's just a MacGuffin. Straight up MacGuffin. Ooh, that's nice. Let me see, is he using a shield? Oh, he's using a sword, that's why it's so nice. Doing some Monster Hunter, doing intense urgent quest. Oh, who are you fighting? I think I'll throw in a hunt, and then it'll be time to head on out for the RPG cast. Because I seem to be at a kind of a stopping point in the story here. I got a chapter knocked out. It was a really quick chapter. Usually these take me a couple of hours to knock out. It's one of the things I like. Dragon Quest is really nice for streaming because you got these little self-contained stories. Now this one left a couple of mysteries on there, but it's nice because you can knock out a couple of hours, do a story or a dungeon, and stream it. And it's kind of like a self-contained chapter. Dragon Quest has always been kind of divided up in that way. But this one went a little bit faster than I was expected, so I find myself with a little bit of extra time here. And I want to start another chapter. I could, but I don't really want to because I don't want to get like stuck somewhere. I will be on tomorrow morning in between Scar and Herfrog to play some more, another chapter of this. But those of you watching video on demand, thank you so much. This is the end of part 23. If you enjoy what you're seeing here, let me know. Drop me a line on Twitter or Discord and let me know you like these video on demand playthroughs, and I'll do more of them. But most people would rather watch it live. You can do that at twitch.tv/rpgamer. For those of you watching the stream,